Hopefully you had a wonderful Christmas and you enjoyed this holiday season. My name's Colton. Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about how to mud holes in sheetrock. A lot of the smaller holes that you're finding in walls, if you're taking out a small nail or a hanger or a hook, you could actually just use spackle and get away with painting that. But this is a little bit larger. There's a little bit more damage to the wall, so I'm going to demonstrate that. If this is your first time here, check out this video or our channel. We ask that you subscribe. The reason for that is these project videos that are made for you specifically demonstrate how to complete small projects around the home, and we also do review videos on the products that we use in order to help you complete those projects. If you want to check out more project videos just like this one, I'll post a link of that right up above. The time that it took me to complete this project, aside from all the waiting time for the mud and joint compound to dry, was anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes, so let's get started. The tools that I use for this project are the joint compound or the mud, a wall texture spray can, two different types of mud knives. One has a little bit more of a wider blade, a sanding block, the Paint and Primer Bare Premium Plus paint. It's an interior satin enamel, a paintbrush, and a paint roller. Because I took the anchors out of the wall, that means there's actually debris coming out of the wall, so I want to level that off. First thing I'm going to do is take my knife and scrape away any excess that's coming out of the wall. This will help level it off when you add that mud to fill these holes. I'm going to use the hilt of my knife to just tap in the wall a little bit. This will recess it, so when I apply the mud will actually fill a hole, and it's easier to cover that hole and blend it in with the rest of the wall. Next, you're going to take a glop of mud or joint compound and you're actually going to fill in the hole. When I apply the mud, actually push in the mud to the hole to fill it in. Then you can clean it up a little bit so you don't have excess mud, and then let this dry. Depending on how much joint compound or mud that you're going to push into your hole or how big your hole is, will depend on how long it takes to dry. It could be 30 minutes, it could be 2 hours, it could be 3 hours. You'll know when it's dry when the joint compound changes color and is completely hardened. Once you know it is all dry, take your sanding block and you can sand it, and this is where you can see your imperfections. If you do need to do another coat to fill in anything, go ahead and do that, and then also you're going to have to wait for that to dry before you start to add texture or apply any sort of primer or paint to this section that you're repairing. I went ahead and added a second coat, and I'm just going to clean that up a little bit. I'm going to wait for this to dry. This probably took anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour to completely dry because of the skim coat. Once that was completely dry, I sanded it down and dusted it all off. I would also suggest getting a damp rag and just wiping it really quick, making sure all that dust is gone. Now, if this is a place that you just want to quickly patch it and not have to worry about how it looks, you can apply primer to the mud area and then paint, and you'll be good to go. However, if you do this, you'll have a textured wall and then you'll have a really smooth spot from where you added the mud and sanded. You can get a can of texture, and that essentially just sprays mud on your wall to give it that textured look to match what's already there. Let that dry, and then you can paint over it, and that should match your wall. Now, there's a lot of different textures out there. Try to find the technique that actually matches your current texture on your walls. Paint and you're done. Thanks for checking out today's video. If you want to see more project videos just like this one, go ahead and click on this link right here. And don't forget to click on this link to subscribe so you don't miss out on future project videos or future review videos that we have in the pipeline. Also, be sure to check out our social media accounts that you'll find right here. Be sure to check out the description down below. I'll post links of the products that I use within this video. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful New Year's, and we'll see you next time.